Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of self that have exactly what you want. And once again, I am recording on the fly from my laptop because, just because. So that means no editing, no editing, bloopers, extra pauses. They're all going to be here. Just giving you that heads up. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, you may check out that drop box below that has all the ways to connect with me, as well as my other channel, Kimberly's Other Life. And I just wanted to say, because I don't think I say it not even enough, and I don't remember the last time I've said it in this way on this channel, that thank you to all of you who are here, subscribe to me, and who support me and my channel. I cannot believe that I hit that 40,000. Who would have thought this girl would have gotten 40,000 plus people to hit subscribe? It blows my mind. And I've said this before. I don't take any of this for granted. I appreciate literally each and every one of you. I know that you are taking time out of your day, which your time is just as important as my time. And you deciding to take that time to listen to me, I really sincerely appreciate it. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do hope that I'm helping. I'm helping. I really, really want that at minimum. I really want you to know that I am your manifestation buddy, doing my best to get you to be aware of being the you that can have whatever the hell you want, whatever the hell it is or who. As controversial as that might sound. I hope I'm playing a part in that. And if I am, I would love for you to let me know in the comments below. I would love it. I'm also challenging you to let me know why you are not choosing to be a particular version of yourself. Why aren't you giving yourself that gift? Why don't you let me know in the comments so I can sass you? Outside of that, let's get into today's video. Yesterday, I put up a very interesting video about totally forgetting every single thing you know about manifesting a specific person and do this instead. And if you haven't watched it, I think if you are manifesting a specific person, and to be honest, if you're manifesting anything else, remove the specific person phrase, insert what you are manifesting, insert that word, because it'll apply to you as well. I think you should watch it. It's a video about really where your awareness is. So I'm kind of tagging off of that video today in the respect of, I know at least on my own personal journey, there were lots of moments where I felt hopeless and clueless. Hopeless and clueless. Hopeless as in, oh my God, when is this ever going to happen? Am I a fool for continuing this journey? Am I a fool for wanting what I want? Is it true that, not everyone can get what they want? Is that true? Is the desire I have something so out of my league that I can't have it? Now, I know now those questions were based off of fear, and they were based off of my old belief of not good enough, questioning whether I was worthy of the things I desired. And outside of that, the hopelessness, that clueless, the clueless, and I wasn't clueless, I'm just trying to say, but I thought I was. I was clueless as to why do I not see any evidence, anything really, something that at that time I would have said was real tangible evidence that it's working for me, or that I am going to get the goal at the end of, at the end of the rainbow, that I'm actually going to get it. How come I'm not seeing anything? And I would have told you that I was absolutely convinced that I don't know why. I don't know why it's not here yet. I don't understand why. Okay. And maybe some of you are feeling that way too. And this video, I think, is going to help you maybe become no longer clueless. If you were to ask yourself, why don't you have your manifestation? Why is it not here yet? What does your mind give you as an answer? If you were sitting in front of me and I asked you that question, what would you tell me? For some of you, maybe the simple, I don't know. I don't know why it's not here. Or is there an answer that you're getting that maybe you would be too uncomfortable to say that to me or to say that to anybody else? You don't want to own it. Maybe the answer that's coming up is something you're afraid if you think it too long, it'll manifest. Well, the obvious is if that's the truth, if there's something coming in that you don't even want to own the thought because you're afraid of it. Well, let's just be honest. That's fear. Okay. It's fear, but it's fear that you're listening to and you're really believing is a possibility for you. And that'll let you know that one of the, what I always refer to as limited beliefs, more than likely from conditioning, is still resonating with you. Hence why that fear is so, palpable to you, that you're even afraid to own that you have the thought. Okay. And maybe some of you are thinking that there is a reason that has nothing to do with you why it's not here. So, for example, and this came up in one of my channel memberships last night, and I just got to give that little shout out. And if you want to be a part of a community that is clearly, there's something about the group that everyone is getting successes, and it seems like the momentum is just amping up, and maybe it's my belief, and maybe that's why I'm experiencing that reflection, right? But that exclusive lives channel membership, which is the Zhuzh only group, my God, there are successes every week. And the tips and tricks or little nuggets that get shared in that group, because that's a no circumstance group, are off the chain. And the energy just keeps going. I call it the Zhuzh train. Each person that gets on the mic is just absolutely adding to the momentum of the Zhuzhing. It's because they're all coming into their awareness of the power they have to be, do, and have whatever the hell they want. And they're seeing that reflection in their 3D. So back to what I was just saying, that maybe you think it's an outside reason. So in the channel membership last night, we had someone shared towards the end that, they just had this offshoot idea of, they wouldn't mind having a video go viral. And they had been posting TikToks and, hoping for the best, not putting necessarily a whole lot of manifestation or conscious movement or conscious thought to it. But they were listening, to the advice out there in the 3D of, how to go viral, how to get your channel to grow. And I'm not saying that all that advice is terrible, but when you think you have to adhere to the advice you're hearing. Now, I'm not saying to throw out every bit of advice that you ever receive from anyone. It totally could be, knowledge that is absolutely helpful to you. But if you think, well, maybe my content isn't good enough to go viral. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I should be doing word for word whatever this TikTok is saying I should do to go viral. And what happened to her is she had an event she went to over the weekend, and, for the hell of it, she thought the video was funny and just was like, I'm just going to put that up. No other thought to it. No thinking to herself, this is going to be the video that goes viral. No, it was so flippant. It's totally flippant. She put it up and her video went viral. And she was just shocked that, oh my God, I only really thought about the whole going viral a few times because there's other things she's manifesting. And it just happened. It happened naturally all on its own. That's what's happening with us in every manifestation. It's happening to us every moment. But do you see how sometimes we can get lost in that thinking that maybe we're not doing exactly word for word of what we're hearing we should be doing out in the 3D? So we think that there's an external reason I'm not following the rules of how to go viral. So maybe that's not, maybe why that's not, I can't even talk. Maybe that's why it's not happening. Blah, 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 blah. We start second guessing ourselves. We are then in that moment being that self. That's the reality that she was choosing, the reality where she didn't go viral. But when she just flippantly posted something, it totally went viral. So that desire was always there for her. She always, always had access to be the version of self that has content that goes viral. But when she wasn't overthinking it, wasn't stressing over it, she was just living her life and essentially following what feels good, not overthinking and stressing. And boom, it happened. You see, sometimes we can, as I said in yesterday's video, that we get into this mindset that we are manifesting. We are manifesting. Innocently, there's nothing wrong with that phrase. It's okay to know that you're manifesting. But some of us see that as that strict set of rules we have to live by. Where honestly, from my experience, go live your life. Don't you worry. Your order has been put in. Go follow your joy. Allow the 3D to unfold. Don't overthink things. I know that's easy for me to say. Don't overthink things. Allow. That's what allowing means. It means, listen, you know who you're choosing to be, which is the version of self that has the desire. You're doing your best to not marinate in thoughts that are opposing to it. Now just go live. It's being taken care of. Everything you're experiencing is leading right to it. So go live, right? Okay. So that's one example. But another is maybe, again, it's still looking at that, it's something external. So let's say you're manifesting a specific person and you've heard or you've watched every video, so you have the knowledge of what to do to apply manifestation to your life, conscious manifestation. But you're consistently faced with the opposite. So let's say that you have an intermingling with your specific person and you are consistently seeing that nothing is changing. It's everything I'm not wanting is still happening. So I don't understand why it's not here yet. I don't understand why it hasn't worked yet. I don't know. So yes, Kim, my answer would be, I don't know. I'm doing whatever, I'm supposed to be doing, but this is still happening. So maybe you're someone that has been consistently, we'll say, affirming that your specific person, no longer does the thing you're not loving in 3D. I am not telling you that you have to overthink all of your affirmations. I'm saying maybe one of the reasons why it may not be here yet, or why you're not perceiving it to be here yet, is because your focus, your awareness is on what you don't want. Initially, there's nothing wrong with identifying the things you don't like so that we know where to put our awareness on the things we do like, right? But when we feel like we are fighting against reality, so making this an easy example, let's say your specific person is not calling you in the morning and you want that morning call like I used to want the morning texts. So every morning that you don't get that call that you're wanting, you start fighting against it. He calls me every morning, calls me every morning, calls me every morning, or she calls me every morning, every morning. I get my text every morning, every morning I get my text. Nothing wrong with those affirmations. But every morning when you're looking for that text and you don't get it, what's the meaning you're still giving that? What's the meaning you're giving the text not being there? You're making it a part of your identity and probably not even being aware of it. I'm still not getting what I want. I'm still not getting this. Nothing in reality is happening by coincidence, and nothing in reality is happening because your specific person has free will. They don't. Reality is always your mirror, your reflection. I don't mean the reflection of your every single thought. I'm not saying that if reality is showing you shit, that you are shit. I am saying reality is the reflection of the sum total of who you believe you are. So the more you have your awareness on, those texts aren't coming. Those texts aren't coming. And I'm giving that the meaning that I don't have what I want. And maybe we are giving them a deeper meaning, as in, well, then you must not love me enough yet. You must not really be choosing me. I'm not really a priority. I'm experiencing what I don't want. So that's who you believe you are. Instead, and to lighten the load you probably have on your shoulders, move your focus, attention, awareness on who you want to be. Bring the awareness back to you, as in you are the you that is in the most fulfilling, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. You don't have to use the exact words I do. You can make any affirmation you want, but pick a word that means I'm totally fulfilled. I am the me that has everything I want in whatever you're manifesting, in my love category, in my money category. Again, you don't got to use those words. That's who I am. And take the importance off of what's not here yet, so that we can stop giving that the attention. And more than likely, that's why you feel like you're experiencing it not being here yet. Do you see what I mean? Nothing is happening by mistake or coincidence. Your perception, how you believe reality looks, is telling you the answer to who you believe you are. He's still not doing what I want. I'm still not in the relationship I want. Or, maybe you're having no contact. I haven't heard anything from them. That's who I am. What we're doing here is breaking the habit of you believing you're a certain person based off of what you see in reality. The idea is you're getting ahead of reality, essentially. That's how it feels, literally and logically, getting ahead. So you're putting the focus on what you want so that the mirror will reflect. But the image, the being that's looking in the mirror, just like when you go in the bathroom and look at your mirror, maybe you got a full-size mirror in your bedroom. When you take the time to go walk into the room that has the mirror, and you take the time to look at the mirror, then the mirror reflects you. That's what you're doing with reality. So where you're putting your focus, attention, awareness is essentially you walking over to the mirror. Think of it like that. Then reality will reflect back to you what it sees. Do you see what I mean? You are the being looking into the mirror. Reality is what you see in the mirror. So what you perceive, you see in that mirror is who you think this is. So who are you? What do you think you're seeing in the mirror? If you don't like something you're seeing in reality, you change it in awareness first. Then the reflection changes. Do you see what I mean? I hope that helped and has not made things more confusing. So on that note, with the awkward pause here before I end this, I'll see you tomorrow.